Do you want durable 100% carbon fiber arrows? Warhead Arrow Company. Warhead Arrow Company is 100% carbon fiber constructed hunting arrows with bone-shattering penetration. Durable, tough, yet reliable when it comes to the moment of truth. Their target arrows are world-class in accuracy and precision, an arrow that target archers can depend on to reach the top of their game. Warhead Arrow Company. Check them out today at warheadarrowco.com. That's Warhead Arrow Company. warheadarrowco.com.
Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb Podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now, here's your host and co-host, Mike and Dan.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Dan in the studio this evening. How you doing, bud?
Doing good, Mike. How you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good. I thought we was going to have a full house in here tonight.
Yeah, it sounded like we might have, but
yeah, Caleb and BJ, but I guess BJ has his little union meeting they go to.
Yeah, it happens.
So, what's been going on?
Oh, not a whole lot with me. Just working on the camper, trying to get it ready for back to work days. I put some springs on it.
Yeah. Getting ready to go back to work, I hear.
Yeah, hopefully not before turkey season, but
yeah,
I'm trying not to make the phone calls. But it's just a matter of time before they call me. That's the only problem. I'm trying to hold off on making them phone calls so I don't have to miss turkey season.
Maybe if you can get to them before they do you, it'll hold it off a little longer.
Maybe.
All right, folks. Well, we got a big announcement tonight. So we have been invited and accepted into the Carbon TV family. So we sure appreciate Julie and Autumn looking over our stuff that we sent in, and they really liked what we've got going on with the podcast, and they said, yeah, we'd like to welcome you into the Carbon TV family. So our show pages were actually completed today. I got the email this morning, and our official launch day is set for April the 7th.
April 7th. And we're actually might be looking to do a live on the day of launch, too. So
yeah, we're going to check into doing that. It may be at the new brewery that they have up here in Charleston called Ursus.
Yep.
And we were up there a couple weekends ago. And it's a nice little place. They've only been open a week.
Yeah, when you went, they was only open for a week. First week open.
Man, the food smelled amazing. I have seen a lot of reviews about their food. They had like a grand opening thing not too long, and people were talking about how good their food was and stuff. So
yeah, I'll have to check it out. I haven't made it there yet.
Yeah, we need to get back up there and eat. We just went up there for the brewery row thing that they had. You get a glass. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
All right, so our special guest this evening is Jason Stewart. We're going to be talking about the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge in just a minute, but Dan's going to tell us about some of our partners and promo codes first.
Yep, right now till tomorrow, actually. Bass Pro Shop and Cabela Spring Classic Fishing Sales going on. It's where you get to find discounts on apparel, fishing tackle. You get to enjoy exclusive savings for club members, and you can also take advantage of their Rod and Reel Trade-In event. Yeah, that way you can upgrade your gear. If you got some old stuff that, maybe your papa will give you or something like that, take that in and upgrade it. Get something new.
They were doing the rod there for a while, and now they've included the reel too.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I mean, that's really big because the reels can be the expensive part of things.
We know it's kind of become a thing. They do it with trail cameras now. Tacticam's got a deal where you bring in your old trail camera and you can trade it out for a double pack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Also, guys, be sure to head over to our Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to use Podcast 10 at checkout with outdoor-pro-shop.com for 10% off your order at checkout. I think that's after our break.
Yeah, we kind of rearranged some things here a little bit, so... But, so, folks, without further ado, please welcome with me Jason Stewart, the organizer of the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge. Jason, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah,
we
man.
Appreciate you coming out and talking and telling us a little bit about this.
Right on, man. Yeah, it's getting the word out has been one of the big challenges of this, putting this event on. So, again, thank you for letting me share your platform here for a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. So we've got a QR code there up on the screen, guys. If you're watching our live right now, You can check that out and scan it, and it'll take you right to their Facebook page. You can read all about it, or you can just wait, and he's going to tell us all about it.
That's right.
Yeah, I like it.
So, Jason, if you don't care, just starting off, give us a little background on yourself in bow hunting and archery.
Sure. So I'm from Southern West Virginia. I grew up down there in Wyoming County. And like everybody else, I had a bear whitetail too that I couldn't pull back until I got big enough to shoot it. Hunted, Wyoming County, and the family's got some property in Monroe County. So, grew up hunting in the big woods.
Sure.
Hiking those hills. That was the bow hunting part, and then coon hunting too. Man, there's nothing harder than being, 8 years old wearing a wheat light that weighs as much as you do and trying to keep up with your papaw in the mountains.
Yeah.
So I learned to suffer at a pretty young age. I call it suffering, but having good times. Just didn't know it at the time.
Oh yeah.
I always bow hunted here in West Virginia, and then I guess it was probably like 2007. My dad took me out to the Rockies, and we went elk hunting for the first time. And I was one of the lucky 10% that was able to fill my tag that year, and I was just hooked ever since, man.
Congratulations on that, man.
Yeah, thanks. And I've
Awesome.
been lucky a few more times since then, but one of the things that I definitely learned is it's not just about shooting. You gotta be able to climb those mountains. You gotta be able to keep your nerve and be able to make that shot when all the conditions are against you.
Sure.
And that's part of what kind of led to this event.
All right. Well, so speaking of what led to it, so what did inspire you to create this event, and why did you pick Winter Place as the location for it?
Yeah. We'll get into that. So it was probably like 2010 or so. I was a new dad at the time, so I was trying to, get more efficient with my free time. That free time kind of disappears when you have a little one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out at Cooper's. I live in Morgantown now. I was out here at Cooper's Rock training for a mountain bike and a trail run race called a duathlon. You go run a 5K, then you ride 12 miles, and then you run another 5K, and
Wow.
All that was fine, but and I was kind of doing that to stay in shape for elk season. And I've said this on other podcasts, but when you're out there and you're training, you're working hard, you don't have enough oxygen in your brain, so you start thinking about weird stuff. And I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be cool if instead of out here killing myself on this mountain bike, I'd had my bow with me and there was some targets to shoot while I'm out here. And at that time, Cam Haines really wasn't all that famous. I'd read his book. So I reached out to him on Facebook and just hit him up and asked him a couple questions. And like most other people I've contacted about this race or this event, he never answered me. So I got used to that real quick.
Come on, Cam.
I know. So I just kind of tabled that whole idea for a few years. And then, a few years later, some friends of mine from Pennsylvania were participating in a train to hunt race. And man, that sounded like exactly what I had in my head. And I went and participated, and I did pretty well. I finished in second place, my first one ever. Wow. And I've been competing in them ever since.
Okay, and that train to hunt, that was more out west type things, right?
It was. They kind of veered over here to the East Coast a little bit, but their national finals were always at elevation in the Rockies. And I never made it to the finals for that particular race series. But now if any of your listeners have ever done a train to hunt event, our event is not going to be that tough. Okay, we're not doing burpees in the mud. We're not carrying 125 pounds up the mountain. Our event is going to be much more participant friendly than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So this isn't your usual 3D archery event. So what does that mean in Jason's words?
Yeah. So, and I love 3D events, nothing against that whatsoever. But for a normal 3D event, you're going to carry a chair with you and you're going to relax in between shots, and it's not going to be quite as physically demanding. Our event is a challenge, right? So there is a definite physical aspect to it. And if you want me to, I can run through some of the details of the first day of the event, if you want to hear that now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, sure. So on day number one, and it is a 2-day event, May 1st and May 2nd down at Winter Place. And I'll get to Winter Place here in a second too. But so day one, we're going to have our mountain 5K challenge. And for that, you're going to stand in front of a 3D target. And I'm letting one of the secrets go here, but you're going to draw and you're going to hold for 30 seconds. After that 30 seconds is up, you shoot your first arrow. You immediately take your second arrow, you shoot that arrow. Then you're going to set your bow down and you're going to hit the course. You're going to be wearing a weighted pack. It's just 25 pounds for men, 15 pounds for women. And you're going to navigate, well, not navigate, I mean, it's going to be marked. You're going to go out and hit this 5K course. Now, this isn't your neighborhood 5K, all right? You're wearing a weighted pack and it's at Winter Place. Winter Place is a ski resort, which means big hills. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So within this 5K, we're going to have about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. So I don't expect a lot of people to run this course, right? So you don't have to be fast. You just got to be able to hike.
You got to be proficient.
So you hike this. What's that?
You just got to be proficient.
There you go. Proficient and efficient and sufficient. And
there you go.
All the efficients.
All the efficients.
All the efficients.
Yeah.
But so you do that 5K and it's a loop. So you'll come right back to the start finish area. You'll grab your bow, you shoot 2 more shots, and you run across the finish line. Now your shooting accuracy is going to affect your time. Let's just say it took you 30 minutes to do this 5K. All right. For every 11 ring that you shoot, we're going to take 2 minutes off of that.
Oh, wow.
So if you're a great shot, we're going to take 4 times 2 is 8. We're going to take 8 minutes off of that. Dang. So we'll take 2 minutes off for an 11 ring. If you shoot a 10 ring, we'll take a minute off. If you keep it in the vitals, that'll be no time taken off. Now, if it's a body shot, I'm adding a minute because body shots are bad. You shouldn't do
right,
that.
absolutely.
And if you just completely screw up and miss, we're going to add 2 minutes, and we'll probably laugh at you a little bit too. But that's all right.
As long as you don't miss the first 2 shots.
Well, it's going to be stressful, man. And it's not just
it can happen, man.
We're going to have music. Music's going to be blaring. We're going to have cowbells. There's going to be a lot of tension, a lot of excitement. Again, that's different than your normal 3D shoot.
Yeah, everybody's quiet. It's kind of like a golf tournament.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have them signs that hold up say "quiet, please."
No, I got a sign that says "noise, please."
There you go.
Nice,
awesome. So this is kind of like the new generation.
To me, it's important to do stuff like this. It's outside your comfort zone. You know, you gotta develop those mental calluses that are going to allow you to keep performing when things aren't right.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, I've said before, everybody can shoot great in the backyard in flip-flops and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But, you know, climb up in a tree stand and let the wind blow 20 miles an hour, right? And it's raining sideways.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little bit different. That's the stuff you ought to prepare for.
No, well, I was going to make kind of a funny.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. So I was going to say, this is kind of like, you know, how Happy Gilmore was the original and it was just golf. This is kind of like the Happy Gilmore 2 where they got that new age golf.
I got you.
Yeah. You know, they're shooting, putting from a moving, rotating platform and all that.
We're not going to be quite that crazy. I mean, we still want to.
You got years to go.
Well, we want there to be some applicability for this event to the real world.
Sure.
Right. So, you know, the whole point of having the noise and the people is, like I said, is just to kind of get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, get in your head just to
build that mental strength that's going to help you when things aren't going quite right.
Yeah,
which is all the time when you're hunting.
Absolutely. So this, like you said, this challenge is meant to test skill and grit more so than what you'd see in a normal traditional 3D target shoot.
Right. Now, there's more to it than just the Friday section. Now, you know, like I said, I love a good 3D shoot. So on Saturday, we're going to divide our competitors in half. Half the group is going to go and shoot this, what I would call a conventional 3D shoot. Mm-hmm. You know, we might stretch some of the targets out a little bit. There might be some extreme angles, but I want it to mimic like real life hunting scenarios.
Yeah.
So that's when half the group will do that Saturday morning. Now, the other half is going to do the really exciting stuff. We're going to do our head-to-head challenge. And in the head-to-head challenge, you'll have 2 guys are going to stand back-to-back wearing their weighted packs. When I say go, they're going to pick up a 25-pound sandbag, run in opposite directions, and put it in a sled. And they run back, shoot their first target. Sandbag, run it to the sled, come back, shoot target number 2. You end up putting 3 sleds in a sandbag. After you shoot your next to last target, you got to go get that sled.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's kind of hard to picture it. So, but we do have an instructional video out there on our Facebook page. So I would encourage anybody to check it out. And once you see it done once or twice, then it's pretty easy to understand. But yeah, that'll be Saturday. And also, I failed to mention we're going to be giving prizes out for each component of the event. So we're going to give first, second, and third place for every age group on Friday for the 5K. And then on Saturday, we'll give out first, second, and third in each age group for the 3D shoot, first, second, and third in every age group for the head-to-head. Then we're going to look at the total for the whole weekend. And we'll have, overall first, second, third, and then our overall champ. And I'm pretty excited. And I think I've told everybody this, but we've got a bow shop out of Pittsburgh that's given us a 2026 Matthews Arc.
Oh,
and
nice.
that is going to go to our overall champ.
Sweet.
Now, what are your age groups? You'd mentioned you have different age groups. How do you break that down?
Sure. It's men under 40, it's men 40 to 49, and then it's men 50 and over. And we also have a women's division.
Okay.
And within those divisions, we're also going to have, trad versus compound. I was hoping to get enough trad shooters to have their own division.
Okay.
And
yeah.
if we can get some trad shooters to show up, then they'll just be competing amongst themselves.
Nice.
As it is, though, our trad guys are going to compete within their age group, but they'll have shorter targets, right? None of the trad shots will be over 25 yards.
Okay.
And I think we're going to try to keep the compound shots at 50 and under.
So you've talked about how your scoring works. Tell a little bit about the special challenge stages that you'll have, if you'll have any of those.
I'm not sure what you mean by special challenge stages.
So just maybe different scenarios to where one's more challenging than the other.
Oh, I got you.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
so
talking about like
on the
elevation
3D course,
shots
for
or something?
example.
Yeah, something like elevation changes or
Yeah, exactly, man. Well,
steep
I don't
shots.
want to give away all our secrets, but some of the 3D courses, on some of the 3D targets, you won't be allowed to use your rangefinder.
Okay.
All right. So
That's one.
that's-
We're going to have a couple of shots where you have to get 2 shots off in 15 seconds.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
And I'm trying to, depending on how the ground lays out, I want to have a shot where you'll be at the top of a steep hill. You shoot your first shot. You have to run to the bottom of the hill and shoot your follow-up shot within 15 seconds.
Oh,
Just kind of
interesting.
just trying to think about some scenarios that I've seen in competitions over the years, and then all the different ways that I've screwed up myself hunting, and things that I could maybe practice and fix.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what types of targets are you going to have? Are they all going to be like whitetail or elk, or are you going to have a mixture? And I know you've talked about
we're the
animals.
Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, so I want it to be like Appalachian targets. We might have a long novelty shot at an elk, but we're mostly going to have turkey, bobcat, coyote, whitetail, and actually, so the West Virginia Bowhunting Association is renting their targets to us. So thank you to those guys for helping us out. And man, we've had so many other companies step up and help us out. And chief among them is Winter Place. We wouldn't be able to have this if it weren't for Winter Place.
Right.
My business partner and cousin, Jared, he has his own business in Southern West Virginia. And through the course of that business, he has developed a close relationship with Winter Place. And those guys are Zach, and I think the other guy's name is Josh. I'm sorry if I don't remember everybody's name, but they've been so enthusiastic about this. Just as soon as we pitched it to them, they were like, "Yeah, what do you need from us?"
That's awesome.
And I think they're a ski resort, so their property kind of lays dormant for a big chunk of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
think
if we can
really
help-
the only thing they do in the summer is like you was talking about mountain bike stuff. I know they do some mountain bike challenges and stuff up there.
Well, see, they used to have IBO tournaments, but I think that was at Snowshoe.
Yeah.
So they done the big IBO World there back in the day. I don't know if they still do it there now, but
I don't know.
that used to be a big event.
I know they do a motorcycle rally up there.
They do, yeah.
It's a fun one.
Yep.
Well, I can say that we dodged the big IBO shoot. We dodged all the big shoots when we picked our date, so we got lucky there. I think the only thing big going on in the region is maybe TAC in Tennessee. Is that weekend maybe?
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. But yeah, it's hopefully the weather's good for us, but we're going rain or shine. The only thing that's going to slow us down is if we have lightning, and
Right.
we'll shut down until lightning gets out of the way. But hey, man,
Well, I mean,
it's a challenge. It's bow
yeah.
hunting. I mean, you got to hunt in the rain, you got to hunt in the bad weather.
Yep.
This is part of the toughness and the grit that we're gonna test.
Yeah, you got to do it all for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wonder if they'd help you out there at Winter Place and turn the snow blowers on for you.
Hey, it's May 1st in West Virginia, buddy. We
might have it
snow and
anyway.
sleet, and yeah,
Especially
or it
up
could be
there.
85 degrees. Who knows?
Yep. You never know,
Yeah,
especially at elevation there.
I've tried to make that known to all the competitors. Like, we got boys coming up from North Carolina. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna bring you a hoodie and some gloves and some shorts and bring it all, man.
So yeah,
But
we'll hit on
we're
that too.
Pretty excited to have. We got competitors coming in from 6 different states so far.
Okay. That's I was going to ask you what your state count is and how far away people are coming from.
There's a couple guys just registered from the coast of North Carolina, I think.
Okay.
I know it was eastern North Carolina over there in the flatlands. So hopefully they got a stair climber or something where they're
Right.
from. Yeah. But we're gonna have a camera crew there. We're gonna have lots of cool video coming out of this. We're feeding everybody Friday night. We're feeding everybody breakfast Saturday morning. We've got a beverage sponsor, so we're going to have coolers just full of drinks, free for all our competitors and all our volunteers. And heck, we might even slide some to the podcast guys that show up.
Man, I tell you what, Gerald told me about this. He said, y'all going to have free food. I said, count me in.
I'll bet you did. If there's food involved, Mike's there.
Yeah. He said, man, they're going to fix breakfast and everything. I said, good Lord. I said, I'm in.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, Jason, we're
I'm
going to take a break real
excited
quick.
You guys are going to come down, man.
Yeah, no problem. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a good time.
Hopefully, I'm not back to work yet, but we'll see.
I know. That's what I'm thinking, man. I hope you're not.
May's going to be a tough pull for me. I'm usually always back to work by then.
Yeah. Well, we're going to, like I said, we're going to take a break real quick, hear a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back with Jason Stewart. This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Appalachian Scents, an outdoor and sporting goods company based in Dilliner, Pennsylvania. All of their scents developed and hand-bottled with strict attention being paid to every detail. Contact them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com. 100% lethal or your money back guaranteed. Get a hold of them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com. All right, guys, we're back with Jason Stewart here. He's with Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, and he's going to tell us some more about that here in a minute, but Dan's going to talk about our promo codes real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, don't forget to check out troutroutes.com and use promo code NATURE26. You can get a 3-month membership for free. Trout Routes is one of our ad partners. They've been great. I mean, it's an amazing app where you can find new waters, new places, and new access points. It is available both on Apple and Android stores. So, like I said, don't forget to check them out. It's well worth it if you're fishing, for sure, especially trout fishing. And you know what? They are stocking heavy.
Oh, I know.
Heavy this year.
Yeah. So right now, if you're watching the live, you'll see the Trout Routes logo in the top right-hand corner, and then we also have our onX Maps QR code where you can visit their website and download the app. So Trout Routes is part of the onX family, so they have a plethora of apps that you can get.
Yes.
Off-road, onX Fish, onX Maps, onX Hunt. So you
Backcountry.
go there, you'll find everything that they have, and we sure appreciate them for their partnership.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys. So, Jason, we're back with you, brother.
All right.
I know you mentioned it. Did you mention how many targets they're going to be you will have to shoot?
For the 3D course, we're going to have between 15 and 20.
Okay.
And then for the head-to-head, you're going to be shooting 4 to 5 targets. And it's hard to describe, but it's going to be like March Madness style.
Okay.
So depending on how well you do on Friday, that'll be your seed going into Saturday. So the fastest guy, the best shot, he's seed number 1. And the slowest guy and the worst shot, he'll be number 16. And we're going to advance through like a March Madness style tournament until we get to the end of it.
So what's you're saying 20 targets. So what's your distance between each target and your challenges in between those? Or is there challenges in between those? Is this kind of like because see, I was wondering, I was like, so Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, is this going to be like one of those Spartan race things in with a bow hunt? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. No, man, I'm sorry. I got to tell you a quick story, though. So when this thing first kicked off, man, I had, we opened up registration. I had 7 people sign up on the first day, and I thought, my God, man, this thing's going to sell out on day 1. And then they started asking for refunds. And one old boy, well, how'd he put it? He said, oh, okay. Yeah, he's like, I feel like you misrepresented this event. I demand a refund. Nobody wants to do a stupid Spartan race 3D shoot hybrid.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And then so I was like, yes, sir, man, I'm sorry. Here's your refund. And then, about a week later, my buddy Jared, he sends me a video, and it's this guy on Facebook. He's got 1.5 million Facebook followers. And he's shooting this video, and he starts out with, there's these 2 old boys in West Virginia. They're putting on this archery event. It's a cross, but it sounds like a Spartan race, and a 3D shoot had a baby. And I thought, I've done it. I have united the entire internet in hatred for me.
Yeah, that's great. But that got you some viewership too, though, if you think about it.
Oh my God. Yeah, but then he went on to say, and I think it's a great idea. That sounds awesome. I'm going to sign up, and you should too.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. It's just funny that you said Spartan race too.
Gerald's on Facebook laughing.
Man.
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen anything about that, and I kind of thought that when I kind of read through the things. And Jamie Withrow here, he says, going to be a great event. Cannot wait.
Well, I mean, if you think of it, it's kind of like
Dana says free food. I'm going too.
You got to be a participant, Dana.
But no, it's not a Spartan type race. You can keep your shirt on. You don't have to crawl through mud. We're not going to electrocute you. Nothing like that.
Okay, so this is one thing that we have to talk about. So you've done these before, right? And Gerald was like, you're not going to believe this, dude. He was like, they've got a bow throwing contest.
Yep.
So
yeah, we're gonna have that's gonna be one of our novelty events. And if you've ever been so mad that you wanted to throw your bow, here's your chance.
Shit, maybe I'm gonna sign up.
Yours, you can throw one of ours. And we're gonna situate.
Can I just do that part of the event?
Come on down, man. But we're gonna situate it right off the 3D course, so you can really take out some of your frustration, man.
Just make sure you get some squirrels to run around acting like a deer or something.
You got an archery tack on site.
Yeah, there you go. And then you gotta
That is
listen
awesome.
and tell which one's a deer and which one's a squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
That'll be part of the challenge.
Yeah,
Man,
Gerald.
we're gonna do a bow throw.
Okay.
Gerald said, I want to see Dan in the bow throwing contest. I feel like he's probably been pissed enough.
Oh, you know it. I've been pissed.
Yeah, now we're gonna paint a circle on the ground too, and you gotta stay in that circle just like a discus throw.
Oh,
I wanna
see.
some of
Okay.
these boys can get their bellies into it and
That's right.
swap around
Yeah.
in a circle and fling it.
That's
That's right. I
You
can
feed
get that.
feed me a good breakfast.
Now,
meal, I'll
can
throw
I
it.
do a spin like I'm a shot put thrower with?
Yeah, that's part of the strategy, man.
That's right.
Oh,
you
my
gotta stay in the
gosh.
circle though. If you fall, then it doesn't count.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
funny.
great.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what we want to do, man. We want to have a good vibe. We want to have a good time. We're gonna be talking some smack, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
There might even be a prize for the best smack talk. Hint, hint.
Oh, maybe I should get in this.
Yeah, you'd be good at that. You'd be good at that. You're always
Well,
shit
I mean,
talking somebody.
We say that kind of in jest, but we are trying to bring in a big variety of people. This event is not for elite athletes, but if you're an elite athlete, you might do pretty well.
Yeah.
Some of the people on this course on Friday are going to be like, "This is the hardest thing I've ever done."
Oh, no
And if
doubt.
that's the case, all they got to do is slow down, right?
Yeah.
This
Right.
is an archery event, okay?
So,
And we're going to structure the scoring so that you can shoot your way back into it.
okay, so that would bring you kind of to the mental side of things with pressure and shot times,
Yeah.
fatigue, and becoming in realistic situations of hunting.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, everybody's had cowbells out there in the tree stand while you're hunting.
You ain't had that? Well, no, I know better than that. You've had the Little Debbie cake wrappers. So
The rapper rattler.
That's almost as loud as a cowbell.
But think about it, though. After you shoot with a bunch of cowbells rattling, that little bit of breeze in your tree stand ain't going to bother you a bit, right?
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
God.
But I mean, that would like I said, that the mental pressure would get to you a little bit with all the distractions and everything.
So you're saying it's not for your like sportsman's guy, but still you have to have, hiking, footing, weather. You still have to have that mindset.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, and the more you put yourself in those situations, the more you get used to it. The less it's going to shake you up.
You'll find out really who really hunts, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I mean, yeah, to a point, and you'll also see some of the people that are more prone to out west hunting too.
Yeah, that's true.
I just if I could get one thing out there, I want people to understand that this is an archery event with a fitness aspect. Okay, this ain't a cross country race. You don't have to be the fastest kid on earth, but you got to train a little bit, right?
And it's not the Spartan race.
Yeah,
No, it's
not the Spartan bow race.
Yeah,
No, this is an archery event with a fitness aspect.
that's great.
You
I
know,
can't
we're
believe.
going to be carrying some sandbags. We're going to be dragging some heavy sleds. We're going to be hiking some heavy, some really steep terrain. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be cutting up. We're going to be throwing bows. We're going to be having a good time.
Throwing bows, and he ain't talking about your elbows.
I hope not. I hope it doesn't get that hot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
It gets pretty-
so
might get heated.
speaking of that, throwing bows, what are some of your safety measures you guys have in place for this event?
Good question.
He's like,
No.
well, we'll have to reevaluate that one there.
We're very cognizant of safety, and I don't want to bring the podcast down, but I think we're all aware of what happened at TAC last year, where in West Virginia, where a guy got shot.
Oh yeah.
So one of the measures that we're going to institute is all of our 3D targets are going to be pull and return. I think that's the safest way to set it up. There won't be any trails where you're walking behind targets, nothing like that.
Yeah.
When we set up all our shots, we're going to have safe zones behind them, and I've got a rock star team of volunteers. Guys that have done these competitions before. Guys that are big 3D shooters, and we're going to put our heads together and really make sure we've got a safe environment for everybody to have fun.
No, that's great. Yeah, you got to have that in mind for sure.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
So, basic rules.
We'll have safety glasses for the bow throw too.
Now you'll have medical staff on standby, I would assume, for people
Okay, cool.
if they can't make the hike or something happens, they fall out. Because I mean, hell, anybody can fall out, even if you're in tip-top shape. And
Well, yeah, you just never know.
especially if
what's
it's 90 degrees that day. You don't know.
Yeah.
Heat strokes happen to everybody.
I was talking to a buddy of ours today, or maybe yesterday, but he was talking about a friend of his that just had a heart attack. Of course, he's an older man. He's 80 years old, but they were out hiking a trail, and he said, man, he's like, I feel really cold, and he was like, I feel real tight. He was like, my shoulders are hurting.
Wow.
He sat down on the bench. The guy went and got the truck. By the time he got back, he was dead.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Had a massive heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers out there for that guy's
Yeah,
family.
and that happens all the time. And I think that if people, that's a terrible situation, but doing an event like this and training for it will make you pay a little more attention to your health.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
It's going to make you get in a little better shape.
Yep.
And in fact, one of the things that we offer to every competitor that signs up is a free membership to Mountain Tough. And Mountain Tough is a fitness app. It costs $240 for an annual subscription.
Oh, wow.
We're giving every competitor one for free. So
Nice.
and there's awesome fitness information on there. There's training information. Anything you want to do physically in life, Mountain Tough's going to help you do it.
Nice.
That's great.
And you don't have to do Mountain Tough. I mean, go throw some rocks in a backpack and go climb a little bitty hill.
Yeah.
And then next week climb a little bit farther.
Mm-hmm.
And you stick with it for a few weeks. You're going to feel better. You're going to be a better husband. You'll be a better dad, a better employee, a better boss. Getting in shape a little bit just helps everything.
Absolutely.
So we've probably hit on this kind of a little bit, but let's go over some basic rules for the competitors, like equipment, rangefinders, and ethics.
Sure. So we went over, the age groups.
Yeah.
Rangefinders are going to be okay unless we specifically call out you can't use it. You won't need them on the head-to-head or the Friday part of the event because the yardages are going to be pasted to the targets.
Okay.
So that's different than a regular 3D event.
Yeah.
We ask that every competitor maintain the same setup throughout the weekend. So you can't come out there with your 3D rig with your lenses and your clarifiers and then your 8-foot stabilizer and all that, and then switch bows for when you got to run around the mountain with it. We want everybody to keep the same equipment throughout the weekend.
That makes sense. For sure.
That kind of ties into what I was going to ask you. How are you going to keep it tough but still fair for all levels? I mean, right there just hits it. You can't be switching to a 4-pound bow when you brought a 22-pound bow.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to think what other specific rules that we've got in place. That's really about it. I mean, I've sent out, and after registration closes, I'll send out really detailed instructions to all the competitors.
Yeah, so you're saying, like before you said, this is not for athletes. So your ideal participant would be your bow hunter, your target shooters.
Exactly, man.
New archers with some experience. You don't have to have a lot of experience.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Just anybody that likes to get out, move around a little bit, shoot their bow, and isn't afraid to, sweat a little bit. That's who we're after. Look at me, look at Jared. We're not stud athletes by any means, but we like to get out there. And we've got competitors as old as 68 years old who signed up to come and compete.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Now, do you have any kind of gear recommendations, like your bow setup, the boots, packs, any type of certain rangefinders you recommend?
Or even hydration?
Excellent point. One of our major sponsors is Wilderness Athlete, and they're going to be giving us hydration packets for all our competitors are going to have that.
Awesome.
Again, this isn't, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 difficulty wise, this is about a 3.5. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you don't worry about training. I don't know, having a special diet and special equipment and all that. If you go out and pick Molly Moochers, whatever boots you wear to do that would be fine.
Yeah.
If
I wear flip flops.
Whatever your day pack is, for bow hunting here in West Virginia, put 25 pounds in it. You don't have to have a special pack. That's one of the reasons why we went with lightweight, because some of these, Western hunting packs can get really expensive.
Oh yeah.
You don't necessarily need that for this.
Okay.
Who's Tom Kirk?
And now, what's that?
Who's Tom Kirk?
Tom Kruk?
Tom Kruk?
Yeah, he's our 68-year-old competitor.
Oh, okay. So Jamie said he'll win it somehow.
Now, Jamie's doing reverse trash talking.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. There's been so much of this going back and forth, and I love it.
Oh, okay. So here
That's
Dana
what makes it fun.
Dana said, "Is there a fat man's event?"
Dude, now you laugh, but I had a Clydesdale class when we first started this.
Okay.
If you weighed over 250 pounds, I was going to let all the big thick boys get in there and duke it out.
That'd be me.
But
I'm in it.
I'm
we
275.
didn't
Come
have
on.
Not a single thick boy signed up, man. I was so sad.
It's the 5K that gets them down.
Well, and I wanted to talk to you guys. I mean, I'll take it that you aren't going to sign up and compete. It's kind of what I'm hearing here. Is that right?
I will not be, because
Yeah.
like I said, I don't even know if I'll be able to make it to the event per se.
I just
Well,
want
let's
to
say-
come witness it and then maybe able
Okay.
to do it again in the future. But I think it's
There
going
we
to
go.
be great that you have somebody there on site filming this.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
see
it was-
some of those highlights.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys, like, what is it about the event that you don't like that keeps you? I mean,
Oh, no,
are you
there's
guys-
nothing.
you guys
Yeah,
are
no.
bow hunters?
Yeah, we're bow hunters. There's
No,
nothing.
I mean,
Okay.
honestly, if I knew I could be there for the entire event and not be working, it piques my interest. I
Yeah.
like it,
Yeah.
especially considering me wanting to partake in more Western hunts.
yeah.
That's
Dude,
that's all this would help you is benefit you to be out west in the higher
100%,
elevations.
man. Yeah, I think I said that earlier in the podcast here. That's what got me training was, going out west and suffering out there and figuring out there's only so much you can control in a western hunt, especially us living out here on the East Coast. We pick a week on the calendar a year out.
Oh, yeah.
And then go out there and we hope everything's all right.
Yep.
There's so much that's out of our control, but you can control your body and you can control your attitude.
Yeah.
No, true. There's nothing that would keep us from doing it other than time constraints. I mean, and obviously daily jobs. But I just found out about this like last week, so I may have seen something about it on social, but it's one of them things that I kind of look through and then just it goes. But Gerald had mentioned it to me, and I was like, "Man, this is good. We need to have this guy on to help promote this."
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, if I could have found out about it a little sooner, we could have planned, and I could have, we could have came up and done the event and done the podcast as well. Because hey, we got live mics. We could have done this thing
all day long, live.
Mic'd up,
mic'd up with Mike and Dan.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, if this becomes a yearly event.
We'll put you in charge of the bow throw, and we can have live mics on the bow throw.
Oh, dude, I think that would be great.
You hear a lot of grunting and sons of
Yeah, you'd hear a lot of profanity for sure.
That's all right. So you talked a little bit about Winter Place. So what makes that the perfect venue right now for this kind of challenge?
Oh, man. Well, one, they were happy to have us. That was really important. There was a number of other venues I reached out to that don't want anything to do with it.
Really? That's sad.
They're a great location, right there on 77. Easy to get to, close to, the newest national park in the country there, River Gorge, close to the Greenbrier. And, I'm from Southern West Virginia, and that place will always have a special place in my heart. And I'm really happy to bring an event like this back to Southern West Virginia.
Sure. Well, speaking of that, I mean, what do you expect the impact to be on local businesses and tourism and, hotel stays and all that stuff for the weekend?
Yeah. Early on, our first event, it's hard for me to put a number on that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But hopefully we put on a great event this first year. We treat people right. We have accurate timing, great food, and good times. And then it grows from there. And maybe it can become something that's really impactful. But to me personally, if one person sees this or one person sees a Facebook post and they sign up and they get that free fitness app subscription and they start training, and it maybe it changes their life a little bit for the better, and then it's all worth it.
Yeah.
And something pretty close to me and Jared both, we've both lost family members recently from, health issues that went undetected for a while. And maybe by doing this event, we help some little boy keep his papa around a little bit longer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's true. That's good. So speaking of that, like, family, spectators, and extras, can spectators come? Like
Absolutely.
If they're non-shooters?
Come on out, get your screaming voice ready. We'll hand you a cowbell and slap you on the ass and say, get over there.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. So vendors, you got food, like you said. Are you going to talk about some of your sponsors and some of the side events that you have planned?
Oh, well, man, who all do we have? So many awesome companies have helped out. I heard a Warhead commercial here on the show. Yeah, they were one of the first groups to reach out and help us. Venom Productions, those boys have been great. Who else do we have? Viper Archery Products.
Oh, good.
They're going to be on location. Yeah, man, I'm excited about that. They're going to come down and have some of their stuff. I think West Virginia Bowhunter Association is going to be there. I reached out to Backcountry Hunters and Anglers, the West Virginia chapter.
Okay.
Got a little bit of attention from them. I think earlier I mentioned we're giving away a brand new Matthews flagship bow, and that company is Archer's Edge out of Pittsburgh. And
nice.
They're just the finest bow shop that I've ever dealt with. And as soon as I mentioned this, they're like, what can we do? And when do we need to show up?
That's awesome.
So, yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple other sponsors. But everybody that sponsored us, we're going to have signage up for them. I see you got my QR code up there on the screen. We're going to do the same for all our sponsors too.
Nice.
And then we've got some major sponsors that have stepped up in a big way, and we'll try to recognize them a little differently too.
Nice. Cool. Now, are you guys going to have any kind of opportunities for some of the non-shooters to test out gear or look at some of the new gear, archery equipment, or anything?
Hadn't thought about that, man. That's not a bad idea. Probably not this first year.
Sure.
I don't think we're going to have any demo equipment there. You're welcome to run up and down the hill if you want. You can demo the hill.
There you go.
No, I think that would, not to say that, you hadn't thought of this, but I think that would be a great ad to have a little vendor section.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because I know attending the IBO shoot at Snowshoe, they had vendor sections. You could walk all up and down. You had Easton. You had different arrow companies there. You had different bow companies that had some displays. And, you have different stuff like that to where when you're in between these things, because I don't know, are all the attendees going to be going at the same time, or is there different sections?
There are different sections.
Okay, so that would give people an opportunity to kind of walk through these different areas in these sections.
Yeah. Hey, like you said, this basically first time you're doing it.
Yeah.
All it can do is grow from here.
No, I think it's a great thing, man. I mean, I'm excited for this in the state,
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm excited to have you guys down there, man. And anything that you see that we can fix, next year, please, man, let me know. We're trying to put forth a good product here.
Yeah, and that goes for anybody. I mean, feedback is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you visit this show and you are non-shooter, you're spectating, leave some feedback on their Facebook page, guys. That's how these things grow, and that's how they become something big and something worthwhile.
Yeah, we're definitely.
One thing I forgot to mention though is we are a nonprofit, so any contributions, any donations, any support that we receive is tax deductible.
Okay.
Too. So.
Cool.
And being a nonprofit fits right into my strengths. I'm great at not making money.
Well, let's go over some registration and key details: dates, daily schedule, overview, start times, awards, things like that.
Right on, man. Yeah, May 1st and 2nd at Winter Place. Hit the QR code there, or go to AppalachianBowhunterChallenge.com, or look for Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge on the Facebooks or Instagram. We got a pretty active presence on both those platforms. All our information can be found there. We're going to open up our check-in at noon on Friday. So everybody needs to be at the venue by around noon for check-in. You'll get your swag bag. You're going to get a T-shirt, probably a beer koozie. You're going to weigh your pack, get your number plate. This will be, for some guys, this will be their first time ever putting on a race number, so that'll be exciting.
Sure.
That'll be from 12 until 4, and we're going to start at 4 o'clock sharp.
Okay.
We'll get, depending on how many competitors we have, we'll go off in heats of either 5 or 10. And then by 6 o'clock, man, we're going to be eating tacos and giving out prizes.
Nice. So obviously that's your deadlines for if somebody wants to sign up, they can come the day of. I'm assuming.
Podcast times.
No, we are shutting down our registration March 31st.
Okay. So they can't not come day of.
No, don't come the day of and expect to sign up, because there's a lot of work that goes into this between the end of registration and the start of the event.
No, for sure.
Yeah, we may extend registration for maybe a week into April, but there won't be any walk-ups day of.
No, okay. I think that's good.
Yeah. Now, are you putting any caps on the amount of entries you guys receive?
Yeah, we want to keep it really small the first year. I'm not going to take any more than 75.
Okay.
And that for a lot of sponsors, that's a deal breaker right there. But I don't care. I know that I can run a good event with 75 people.
Sure.
So that's what we're going to do.
Nice. And what are
so go ahead.
What are your costs to enter your event there?
It's $125.
Okay.
That's cheaper than TAC. It's cheaper than most of the events that I compete in, and we're giving you a heck of a lot more than any other event doing this.
So you got a little over a month to still get signed up and check this out.
No.
March 31st.
31st. Oh, yeah, 6 days.
7 days.
Yep.
So get on it, guys.
Yeah, but you got 5 weeks to train still.
Yeah.
I'm a month behind.
And man, so many prizes. We're giving away, like I said, we're giving away first, second, and third in every age group for every little subset of the event. I think the last time I looked, we had about $10,000 worth of stuff we're going to give away.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what would you tell somebody that wanted to sign up? Why were they on the fence about signing up and they haven't?
I don't know. I was kind of so try to pick your brain a little bit and see what. What
They ain't nothing
people-
keeping
because
us
to
other
me,
than time.
Yeah,
When I hear about an event like this, I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
in.
for
You know,
sure
like,
it is.
I'm weird though. I'm driving all the way to Wisconsin next month to do one, so I'm probably not a good person to ask. And anytime I'm on a podcast or anytime I talk to somebody, I'm like, what is it about this that people don't like?
Yeah.
So, I don't get it.
Okay.
I would say don't be intimidated. Okay. If you're on the fence about competing, I promise you, you're going to have a good time and you are going to find a community of people that is so incredibly supportive. You know, yeah, we're going to be racing against each other, but I promise you, people are going to be cheering you on, clapping you on the back.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing breeds camaraderie like mutual suffering.
Yeah.
So Jared and I have created this event for everybody to suffer together and come out of it, with some good friends.
Well, I just thought of this when you were talking about that. I mean, we're backing up a good ways talking about equipment. We mentioned traditional compounds. Did we talk about crossbows?
Don't say it.
Did we talk about crossbows?
No.
I'm sure this is not allowed.
I'll tell you another story. I don't know how much time we got, but I'll make it quick. This one boy hit me up, and he was pissed off too. He said, "Is there a crossbow division?" I said, "No, sir, there isn't." "Oh, by God, why not?" "Well, I don't want to."
Yeah, there you go.
And he said, "Well, I can't." He said, "I can't shoot I can't shoot a compound bow. My shoulders are all jacked up." I said, "Well, you realize you're going to have to carry a 25-pound sandbag too." "Well, by God, I can't do that either." You ought to have a division for people that can't shoot and can't carry
That's
nothing.
not what this event's about.
Definitely not about this event for sure. There are events out there for that.
Yep.
But
Sure.
this ain't it.
Yeah, this
That's
ain't it.
great.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, I mean, for people who are on the fence, just come watch it.
Yeah.
Come and check it out. I think it's something that people are going to like.
Oh yeah.
So what do you hope each hunter or each shooter takes away from this event?
I think and it sounds corny, but the friendships and the camaraderie that are going to be forged through doing a weekend like this. I've got friends that I see once a year at these events, and I know if I were to call one of them right now and say, "Hey man, I'm in trouble, I need you," and they're all right, they'd be jumping on a plane. Or in fact, a few years ago, a friend that I met doing beast mode archery competitions, we got to talking as we're suffering through this 8-hour event. Fast forward 6 months, we're bow hunting elk in Utah together.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just the kind of bonds that you form, because hunters, there's like 340 million people in America, and of that 340 million, we got like 2 million hunters maybe. And don't quote me on the numbers, but I know of that 2 million hunters, a very small percentage of that are bow hunters.
Yeah.
Sure.
And an even smaller percentage of that are badass enough to do something like this. So we're a very select group.
Yeah, that's true.
We're a tight community of like-minded individuals.
Yeah. So again, just to reiterate, tell everybody out there where they can follow Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge online to get any kind of updates and sign up.
Yeah, just go to Facebook, hit up Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, Instagram, the same handle. Google AppalachianBowhunterChallenge.com. That's where our website is. It's kind of where we house all our information. Our registration link is there on the website. And and our Gmail address is AppalachianBowhunterChallenge@gmail.com.
Nice.
Nice.
Perfect. Awesome, guys. All right, guys. Remember, don't forget to check out naturesvoicegamecalls.com and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order.
Yeah, Jason. Man, it was great having you on. This was an awesome episode.
Dude, thank you so much for having me on here, man. I wish I'd have hooked up with you guys 6 months ago. And maybe
Yeah,
we
for
could have
sure.
had a bigger event. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year, man. I think it's great. I'm
Hey.
glad that Gerald mentioned you, and we was able to have you on. Thank you for your time.
All right, boys. Hey, get your bow throwing muscles loosened up.
That's
it's all
right.
in the
I'm
hips there.
gonna go home now.
There you
Start
go.
throwing
Hips.
bows.
Dan's going to go start practicing. That's the only
boys.
event he wants to
That's
do.
right.
Oh, gosh.
Both throwing and beer drinking. I'm in.
All right, Jason. We appreciate you, buddy. You have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. All right, guys. Remember that you can go to Bass Pro Shops right now. They're having their spring fishing classic sale.
Till tomorrow.
And you'll find huge discounts on apparel and fishing tackle. And you can enjoy exclusive savings through their club membership and take advantage of the Rod and Reel trade-in event that they have and upgrade your gear. Bring the family for the kids' weekend and let your young anglers show off the catches and put it on the bragging board for the kids.
That's right. Don't forget to check out AquaCase today. You can visit them at aquacase.net and use promo code podcast15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. They are your waterproof and case bag experts.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thanks for listening and watching this evening. We'll have all the links and everything we talked about in our description once this airs. And remember, we got Carbon TV coming up, so
That's right.
be looking
Check
out for
us
that.
on there.
We've got a podcast page, and we've also got a video page. So the video live that you're seeing tonight, that will also be on Carbon TV page. So we sure appreciate everybody, and we thank you for watching and listening. Y'all have a good evening. This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Stick Tamer Bow Silencers. Are you a traditional archery hunter or shooter? Stick Tamer was specifically designed for the recurve shooter. Made of a hybrid foam rubber material, Stick Tamer is designed to deaden string slap and limb vibration. Stick Tamer reduces limb and string noise, water resistant, and lasts shot after shot. Made in the USA from a hybrid foam rubber for durability. To purchase Stick Tamer and for more information, visit 3riversarchery.com and blackwidowbows.com. Stick Tamer bow silencers are available exclusively at 3riversarchery.com and blackwidowbows.com.
Hello, Hunt Chef Nation.
Turn any cooking experience into an extremely wild one with Hunt Chef's delicious dozen seasonings, jerky, snack sticks, and brine kits. All 12 seasonings are packed full of wild flavor. Perfect on pork, beef, chicken, lamb, vegetables, soups, venison, elk, or any wild game. Order today at huntchef.com or call the Hunt Chef headquarters at 724-780-3377. Order today at huntchef.com or call 724-780-3377. And remember, eat what you kill.